Welcome viewers to an all-new WRS lab comparison episode. This episode will be about week 112. First of all, I want to thank everyone for their positive feedback I received after the last episode. I'm really glad a lot of you liked it, found it helpful, and are already looking forward to this one. Since we're in the early days of doing these episodes, I made an adjustment to keep it a bit shorter while adding more of the good stuff, say the analysis, for example. And with that being said, let's move on to the time trial. A super exciting time trial it's been this week. People battling for tenths, hundreds, and even a thousandth of a second. In other words, we got a really great race going on this week. Another thing that was noticeable straight away, that although it's a small track, there were a lot of different approaches to certain part of the track. For example, T1, there were a bit different lines through there. People approaching the chicane a bit differently, and the last turn of sector 2 was taken a bit differently, and I think a lot of people had some difficulties getting through that corner fast, and we'll see the differences in this episode. So what do we've got this episode? First of all, I'm going to do a lap-by-lap analysis on the Division 4 and Division 3 laps, followed by a comparison lap. Then we've got the analysis of the Division 2 guys and the Division 1 guys. And after that, I'll add a little bonus of my own time trial and the epic fill I made in that. So let's get this show on the road, and let's see what the Division 4 and Division 3 guys did. So now on board with Bus Driver, the winner of the Division 4. As we can see, taking a bit of a high line through turn 1, just missing the apex and having some correction issues halfway through the corner, ending him up with not an optimal exit. So turn 2, maybe could be tighter to the apex on that one. This turn's great, but he turns in for the second part a bit too late, causing him to run wide, but nice corrected there. And then we've got T6. A lot of people having difficulties with the apex speed and running wide there, including myself. See him come in for a tight line, and then running out a bit wide, whilst this is the part you want to be tied to the apex to get the optimal exit speed onto the straight. But still in all a good lap. Now on board with Serialf, the runner-up in Division 3. Nicely using the track there, going for a bit early line into the first turn. Second turn, he's a lot closer to the apex than Bus Driver, for example. Also going for the wide line into turn 3, and also just missing the second turn of the chicane. Could be a little tighter, but turn 5 and 6 looking really good for him. So let's see what he does into the last corner. Also going for a mid to tight line there. As we can see, he stays a lot closer to the apex. So there's definitely the difference in lap time between both of them. Now on board with Northstar, the winner of the Division 3. You can see he uses almost all of the track available to him, choosing a midline. A small correction when steering in, but doesn't cost him too much. A real nice line to turn 2. Moving over to the right gradually, tight line to T3, but more important in the second part of the chicane, a tighter line. Really close. So like we said earlier, a lot of people having some difficulties with that last turn in the sector 2. So Northstar also going for a mid line through the last turn. in all, really nice lap. To Division 2, Smooth being the winner there, Monkey Wall in second and Metten in third. As we approach turn 1, the obvious difference is Monkey Wall hitting the rev limiter and taking a bit wider line. So we see slightly different lines taken to turn 2, but they're all quite similar. As is turn 3, I'll try to stay as close as possible to the second part of the chicane. And entering turn 6, we see Smooth just missing the apex, but I think he maintains a better speed and a better balance in the car. So as we see them approaching turn 8, the last turn in the tunnel, they were all taking kind of similar lines, but we'll see a lot of difference in the Division 1 guys next up. So now on board with the Division 1 guys. Let's watch the sequence unfold. So we see all of them taking the midline through turn 1. But exiting really early, so they get the maximum rotation and the maximum momentum in the car. Mr. Safeway having the best T1, best T2 for Stefan, for Meister Fats. So going really nicely through the chicane, having some tight lines through turn 5 and 6. And then we move on to Richard's territory, T3, and they are all using a different line through this last corner. We see Richard all the way to the right, Meister to the middle, and we see Mr. Safeway all the way to the left. So some different lines taken through there, and all within a 10. So here's a capture of my lap. As you'll see, I had a very good T1. It was even the fastest in Division 2. But I ended up getting T2 and T3 horribly wrong. I just was under impression of the wrong line. To give you an idea, I also added the WRS replay from my fastest lap as well, in which I was running the same lines as I did in the time trial. However, I also competed in the EU race, and that was after the deadline, so I already watched some of the replays to make this video, of course, and I already learned quite some time, and it gained me half a second in this particular example, because I was so struggling with that turn 6. As you saw, I was running wide in all the wrong places. I tried to open up most of the corners, however they were meant to be driven tight. So learned a lot this week, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you next time.